Okay, welcome to another Feel Good Pilates class. We are in the great outdoors today, so it feels good to have some fresh air um, for this class. We're going to be using a block, okay? Option to not use the block at all. So without further ado, let's get started. We're going to place the block, if you're using it, right in between your heels, okay? And it's the lowest setting, nice and long, okay? And between your heels, toes are out in front of you. So let's just bring our arms down to our sides, okay? Start to ground down through your feet, soften the knees, pull the abs, and lengthen up through that back body. Okay, let's put hands on hips here, elbows wide. Okay, we're gonna start to lift that block up and down. Okay, so just lifting and lowering. So really working through the feet, okay, warming up the feet and starting to turn on those calf muscles, okay, which are responsible for um, the lymphatic, pumping up the lymphatic system, right? It's like a second heart for our body, as I always talk about. Good. So just lifting, really squeeze that block if you're using it, okay? It's going to help you with your alignment and strengthening the ankles up and down. Good. Let's do 6 here. And 5. Good. 4. Nice long spine. Abs gently pulled in. 2 more. 2. Good. Last one. Good. Bring the heels down. Let's sit the hips back and stand up. Okay. So just taking those hips back like you're sitting in a chair. Good. Knees are tracking over your toes. Back and up. Good. So just warming everything up. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's do 3 more of these for 3. Good. And 2. Last one. Hold this last one back here. Okay. So sit pretty low. Okay. Squeeze onto your block. And we're going to lift those heels here up and down. Good. Lifting and lowering for 6 and 5. 4. You got it. 3 and 2. Last one. Good. Bring those heels down. Stand yourself up. Let's inhale those arms up. Nice big inhale. Good. Exhale those arms out to goal pose here. Okay, so elbows are straight out from the shoulders. Let's rotate over to the right on an inhale. Good. Exhale through the center. Other side. Inhale. Good. Exhale through the center. Hands go behind the head. Lengthen up through the back body. Let's take that right elbow over. As you inhale, good. Exhale through your center. Other side. Inhale. Good. And exhale through your center. Reach those arms up nice and long. Pull the abs in. Let's start to bow forward. Okay, coming on down to a forward fold here. Good. Release your head, neck, shoulders here. Really open up the back body. You can shake out the head a little bit. Nice. And then sit those hips back. Pull the abs in, tuck the tail. Let's start to roll up, stacking our spinal bones one on top of the other. Nice job. Okay, from here, let's just take a wide step out with both feet, okay? And we're going to turn to the right here. Okay, so your front foot is firmly on the mat, your back heel is up. You're going to reach those arms nice and high above your head. Okay, reaching for the stars. Pull your abs in. We're just going to bend down through your center and back up. Okay, so taking it down and up. So it's you're working straight down through your tailbone, straight up through the top of your head. Down and up. Let's do 3 more. 3 and up. Good. 2. Last one. Hold it down here. Drop your shoulders. You're going to scissor your arms forward and back up. Okay, so it's opposite arm going over opposite leg. Staying on that side. Scissoring and up. Good. For 3 and 2. Last one. Good. Hold those arms up. Keep nice and low. You're just going to hinge at the hips forward and then back up. Okay, so just taking the upper body forward and up. 3 more. Reach and up. Good. 2. Last one. Good. And hold it here. Stay low. Let's just pulse our hips down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Keep those legs nice and wide. We're going to take it to the other side. Okay. So front foot is firmly on the mat. Back heel is up. Reach those arms nice and high above your shoulders. Okay. Pull the abs in. Let's start to send ourselves down through our sits bones and back up. Good. Down and up. Down and up. Good job. Let's do 3 more. Breathing. Good. 2. Last one. Hold it down here. Scissor opposite arm over opposite leg in front. And bring it up again. Good. Stay low and up. Good. For 2. Last scissor. Good. Hold those arms up. Let's just hinge the upper body forward as we stay nice and low. Bring it back up. Good. Reach and up. Give me 3 more of these. Reach and up. Good. For 2. Last one. Good. Hold it here. Pulse those hips down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up. Good. Shake it all out. Okay, let's put our block to the side. We're going to make our way down to the mat. So I would like for you guys to take a turn here, cross one ankle over the other, okay? Arms are gonna reach out into genie arms in front of your shoulders, okay? Pull your abs in. We're just gonna start to bend through the knee, okay? Keeping those ankles crossed. Just bring your seat down. See if you can get it all the way down on the mat without putting a hand down. If you need to put a hand down to help yourself, do so. No crashing. Good, and then let's bring our feet out in front of us, okay? Mat is block is to the side. We don't need it yet. From here, we're going to cross one ankle over the other. Doesn't matter which one, just your comfortable, natural one. Okay, so knees are up. Let's bring our arms to our sides. We're going to reach our arms out and then forward, tracking over our knees. Pull your abs in, tuck your tail, and start to roll yourself back. Keep your feet on the mat, okay? So scooping out the abs, hollowing the abs out. Good, and then reach yourself back forward. Good, do it again. Pulling back, scooping out, keeping the shoulders low, and then rolling it back up. 2 more. Taking it back, good, reaching those arms forward and up. Last one, hold it back here. Okay, so really scoop out the abs here. Let's switch the ankles. Good, switch them, and then roll yourself on up. Okay, taking it back, hold, switch the ankles, and then roll yourself back. 2 more. Roll it back, hold, switch the ankles, and roll yourself up. Last one. Pull the abs in, tuck the tail, roll back, hold, switch the ankles, just hold it back here. Good. We're going to lift both legs up so the knees and the feet come up. Undo the ankles, just take them out here. Arms go wider. We're going to bring the knees and the feet together and then open. Close and open. Good. Close and open. Good. For 4, breathe it out. 3 and 2. Last one, hold. Good. Bring the hands underneath the thighs, elbows wide, and just hold this, okay? So really think about scooping out those abs. I can't say it enough. Good. Pull the abs in, looking above your toes. Good. So you can be here, or you can reach your arms long and take your legs long. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet come down, roll yourself on up. Good. Take the legs nice and long. We're going to make our way all the way down on the mat now. Arms reach forward, pull the abs in, tuck the tail. Okay, we're going to slowly but surely get ourselves all the way down on the mat, one bone by one bone. Good, coming all the way down. Nice. And then I want you to take your heels to the width of the mat. So open them up to a nice V here. So heels on either side of the mat, and then just allow your legs to open. Okay, that's called your turnout, your external rotation of the hip. Hands are going to come behind the head. So elbows are nice and wide. Okay, pull your abs in, lengthen out those legs. Okay, let's reach that left arm straight up from the shoulder to the sky. Keeping your head down, you're going to pull your abs in, bring your right leg up and your left arm is going to reach to or towards that leg, and then open it back up again. Okay, this left arm goes long. So reaching up, meeting in the middle somewhere, and then taking those opposite limbs nice and long. So up and reaching long, really reach them out there. This is about length, okay? And also firing up the ab muscles. Good. For 3, and reach. Good. 2, nice and slow here. Last one. Good. Hold it out here. Let's change it up. So bend the right knee in, send that left arm over to the right, outside of the right hip. Okay. And then take those limbs long. Do it again, reaching over as you bend that knee. And this time your head is coming up. Okay. Option to keep the head on the mat. If it's going into your neck, that's fine. Otherwise, you're lifting up and out to the right. Good. And then taking it long. Let's do 2 more of these. Reaching and lengthening. Good. Contracting those muscles and then lengthening. How about one more for good measure? Good. And then take it nice and long. Let's switch sides, guys. So left hand behind the head, right arm reaches up, pull the abs in, left leg reaches up. Good. Right arm reaches towards that leg, and then take those legs long. Good. Pull it in. Lengthen out. Okay. You're keeping your spine down on the mat. Your abs are pulled in. Good. For 2, reaching long. Last one. Up. Taking it long. Good. This time we're going to bend the left knee in as you reach over to the left hip. Good. And then take it long. So lifting up and over to the left. And then take it long. 2 more. Reach and lengthen. Last one. Good. And lengthen. Keep your legs in that nice V. We're going to reach our arms behind our head. Nice long reach here. Pull the abs in. Now pretend like you're holding a beach ball up here above your head. So soften the elbows, pull the abs in. We're going to lift that beach ball up, okay, as we lift our head, neck, shoulders, and take it onto the top of you. Good. And then take it nice and long. Tap the back of your mat. Do it again. Reach. Take that beach ball out in front of you. Good. And then take it long. A few more of these. Reaching. Good. Option. If you want a little more, you can come all the way up with that beach ball, okay? Lifting all the way up. And then slowly bringing that beach ball all the way back behind you, or you just stay here. Good. Let's do 2 more. And 2. Breathing. Last one. And take it down. Good. Arms come to your sides. Let's reach for that block. Okay, we're going to bring it to the outside of our right hip. Okay, we're going to stay nice and low on the mat. Okay, the block is at the highest setting right out here on outside of the right hip. Hands are going to go behind your head. Knees are bent. Okay, hip width apart. Let's bring both legs up to tabletop. Okay, this 90-degree angle, so knees are tracking straight over the hips. Pull your abs in, lift up, and then rotate over towards that block. Left hand is going to go onto the top of the block. Okay, hold here. You're just going to hold this. You're going to take your right leg out and lower and lift it back in. Okay, so left goes out and lower, lift it back in. Good. So the legs are doing all the work here. You're just in a holding pattern with your rotation here. Keeping that block nice and steady. Good. You've got 2 more like this. We don't do many of much. Good. Last one. Good. Hold your tabletop here. Pull your abs in. Now we're going to toe tap. So the right toes are going to reach away from your body. Tap the mat, pull them back in. Left tap, pull it back in. So you're hinging from the hips here, guys. Okay. You're not bending through the knee. It's keeping this 90-degree angle here. Toe taps down and up. Good. Down and up. Let's do 2 more. Pull those abs in. Good. Last one. And bring it up. Good. Let's bring yourself through your center. Take your block with you and set it up onto your left side. I'm just going to flip around so I can see you guys. Okay. And block is to the left hip, hands behind the head, legs come into tabletop. Okay. Knees are tracking straight over the hips. lifting head, neck, shoulders, reaching over towards that block. Place the right hand onto the block. Okay, so just hold it here. Good. We're going to start to take those legs out. So right leg reaches out, lowers, pull it back in. Left goes out and in. Good. So really pulling those abs down to the mat, feeling that nice rotation through your torso. Good. And don't forget to breathe. Most important thing. Good. 2 more of these. Reaching low. Good. Last one. Hold your legs here. Now let's do some toe taps. Right toes go down and up as you hinge at your hip here. Good. For 4 and 3. Nice job. Good. 2 and last one. Awesome job. Bring yourself through your center. Let's just give your knees a little hug. Okay, and let's just keep the knees here. We're going to do our series of 5 since we're already set up here. So give those knees a little hug, elbows go wide, pull your abs in. You're going to lift your head, neck, shoulders up. So your nose is towards your knees. Let's shoot that left leg out, okay, as low as you can get it. Hands are gently going to be on your shins, pulling it in as you lengthen that other leg. Elbows wide. Option to keep your head on the mat, okay, if you find you're having neck issues. Otherwise, you're pulled up. We're going to switch the legs here and switch. Good. And switch. So you're pulling one knee in as you're lengthening out the other leg as low as possible. Switch and switch. Let's do 4 here. 4 and 3. Good. 2. Hold. Okay. Whatever knee you have into your chest, lengthen it up. Okay. Pull it in. You've got 2 long legs now. You're going to scissor them, elbows wide. Switch. Switch. Give it a little pull as you bring it in. Good. Switch. And switch. 4 more for 4 and 3. Good. 2. Hold. Good. Keep your legs where they are. Hands are going to come behind your head. Okay. Make a little head hammock. Reach over that top leg. Okay. We're going to scissor the legs and you're just going to rotate side to side. So you're here. Let's switch it out. Good. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Give me 4, 3, and 2. Last one. Legs reach up from the hips. Okay. Open the toes, connect the heels. So there's a V in between your feet. You can stay lifted through your head, neck, shoulders, or head down. Okay. Legs are going to stay together. They're going to go out here and back in. Lengthen out and in. You've got 4 of these. 4. Keep a nice firm spine on the mat. No arching in the back. Good. 2. Last one. Last move. Hold here. Arms reach behind you. Bend the knees in. Hug yourself. Do it again. Reach long. Swim the arms around and hug. Good. Reach long. Swim the arms around. Good. For 3. You got it. Breathe it out. 2. Last one. Reach. Good. And bring it all in. Lower the head down. Good job. Feet come to the mat. Let's just windshield wiper those legs side to side. Release anything. Catch your breath. Okay, one more thing on our spines. We're going to bring the block underneath our feet. Okay, so it's in the lowest position, wide on your mat. You're going to bring the heels together on top of the block. And you're going to roll back down, okay? So legs are together, heels are connected, feet are flexed. Open the toes, open the knees. Okay, now the knees aren't going to go very wide. They're only going to go to about hip height, hip width, okay? Good. Arms are relaxed to your sides. Let's put our palms up here. So tuck your chin, pull the abs in. Okay, so you're going to pull the abs in, tuck the tail. You're going to start to lift that tailbone up off the mat. Okay, spinal articulation rolling up through the spine. Good, and then rolling back down, bone by bone. Keeping those heels connected and digging deep into the top of that block. Rolling up, keeping those knees hip width apart. So you don't want to be out here, right? You want to stay in line with your hips. Rolling up, breathing. Good, exhaling it down. Let's do 2 more. Rolling up, nice and slow work here. That's the name of the game. Good. And down. Last one. Holding this one up. Okay. So really pull your abs in, tuck your tail, keep those knees in line with your hips, and take them a little bit out and back in. So out and in. Good. Squeezing the peach, the glutes and the hamstrings. Good. For 3 and 2. Good. Last one. Bring the knees back in line with the hips. Keep your hips lifted. We'll just pulse it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Slowly roll back down your spine. Keep your feet where they are. We have a little more work. So bring the knees together, bring the feet together. Feet remain flexed, heels remain digging into the mat or the block. Same thing here. Pull your abs down, begin to tuck your tail, lifting it up. So now we're just working with our legs glued together. Good. And then roll it back down. So we engage the inner thigh area. Okay. This time rolling up and rolling back down. Keep going. Rolling it up. Breathing. Really important to get the breath moving here. Good. Let's do 2 more. Up and down. Good. Last one. Holding it up here. Hold the hips up. Good. Let's open the knees and close. Open and close. Good. Open, close, open, close. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Close the knees together. Pull the abs in. Start to roll yourself on down. Nice job. Let's give those knees a little hug. Good. Bring one hand on either knee and let's start to take those knees in circles. Okay. So around and around. Good. And around. Reverse that circle. Good. For 3 and 2 and 1. Nice. Bring those hands behind the thighs. Start to roll yourself up and down, massaging that spine. Good. And then eventually coming all the way up to a seated position. Well done on that. Okay, let's keep moving along without further ado. So have your block handy. We're going to come down onto one elbow. Knees are going to be bent, okay? Hips are stacked, knees are stacked, ankles are stacked. You're going to bring that block onto the top of the outside of the top leg, just like that. And then you're going to lift that leg up to about shoulder height. Pull your abs in, make sure you're pulled up out of your shoulder here. Okay, so you're holding that block there, okay? Hand on hip. Pull the abs in. Let's begin to bring the knee in towards our abs. Good. And then send it back behind your hips. Okay, so forward and back. Good. So we're holding that block nice and steady, ensuring that we're working on the same plane of movement. Good. And forward. Good. And back. Let's do one more. Forward. Good. And then hold it back here. Just hold it there. Make sure your hips are forward. Lengthen out the bottom leg. Okay, to wherever it goes. You're going to lift that leg and lower. Lift, lower. You've got 8 here. 7, 6. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. Hold it up. Take your block. Reach it up to the ceiling. Both legs go long. Okay, they're lifted. Now lower and lift. Lower and lift for 4 and 3. Good. 2. Last one. Hold it up. Bring the legs together. Bring them back out and down. So up, in, out, down. Up, in, out, down. Up, in, out, down. Last one. Up, in, out, and down. Good job. Okay, let's bend the knees in. Keep them to that same side. Okay. We're going to rotate away from our feet. Okay, and you're going to bring your palms onto the mat. Okay, so keep your legs staggered back here. Okay, so you're rotated through your torso, chest is nice and open. You're going to bend through your elbows, keeping them close to your body as you send your nose down towards the mat. The back leg comes up and then push up away. So these are tricep push-up dips here with that back leg coming up and down with you. Okay, also known as a seesaw. Option to take that back leg long, okay, and get a little more lever there. Okay, so take it nice and long. So you're pushing through those triceps, breathing. Good. Let's do 3 more here. And 2. Good. Last one. Good. Bring everything up. You can bend the knees. Okay, this back hand, okay, the one behind you, is going to be threaded through you and the mat forward. And you're going to come all the way down onto your shoulder. This other palm is going to ground down into the mat. Legs are stacked. You can hug yourself with this arm or keep it reaching here. You're just going to do one-armed push-ups. Up, look at your mat, and then come back down. Up and down. Good. Up and down. Keep going for 6 and down. 5. Reach. Good. 4. Reach. And 3. You got it. Good. 2. Last one. Up. Stay up here. Well done. Those are always a favorite. Okay, let's hit the other side, guys. So let's stagger your legs to the other side and we will get it going. Okay, so come on down to that other elbow. Knees, hips, ankles are stacked. You're going to place the block onto the top of that, outside of that top knee. Hand on hip, make sure your shoulder is up, okay? Lifting your waist up. You're going to take that leg up off the bottom one. You're going to pull it towards you. And then keep that block steady, hinging at the hips, send it behind you. Good, bring it forward. So a little control here, accountability, making sure we're working on the same plane with that leg. Good. So back. Okay, really ensuring your abs are engaged. You've used them, so they're activated. Good, forward. Let's hold this one back here. Just hold it there. Lengthen out the bottom leg. You're gonna hold this, just lift the leg up and down. Good, lift and lower, lift, lower. You've got 8 and 7, 6, good, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it up, grab your block, shoot it up to the sky, send both legs long, and you're gonna tap those legs down and up, down and up for 4, lift, 3, lift, good, 2, last one. Hold them up, bring them together, send them back out and lower, up and together, out and lower, up, together, out, lower. 2 more, up, together, out, down, up, in, out, and down. Good, bring that block down, bend the knees, keep them to the side. Okay, you don't need your block. We're just going to rotate away from our feet. Palms go down onto the mat, okay? Setting up for those tricep dips. Okay, so you're going to bend through the elbows. Keep your chest high. Okay, keep the elbows near your body. You're taking nose down to mat as leg lifts up and then taking yourself back up. So down, pressing back up. Okay, elbows close to your body, down, and pressing back up. Good. Keep going. Option to lengthen out that back leg for 3 and 2. Nice. Last one. Bring it up. Hold it here. Knees can bend in. Your back hand is going to thread through your body and the mat. You're coming all the way down onto your shoulder. Okay, other palm is grounded down here. You can keep reaching with this arm or give yourself a hug. Okay, we're going to lift ourselves up and down. One-armed push-ups, up and down. Good. Up and down. Give me 6 more to finish this out. And 5 and 4. Good. 3. Woo. And 2. Last one. Come on up. You should feel that in your arms for sure. Okay, we're going to do one more little sequence and get things finished up here. Let's come onto our fronts. Our knees are nice and wide here. Hand on hand, elbows wide. Forehead can come onto the tops of the hands. Bend the knees, flex the feet, connect the heels. Adjust the knees. They may need to go a little wider. Okay, we're going to do some frog stuff here. Most important thing is to keep your shoulders relaxed in this. Okay, so pull the abs in, tuck the tail. Let's start to lift those heels up and down. Good. Lifting and lowering. Good. Up and down. So really getting deep into the glutes, okay? It's what we're going for here. Good. Lifting and lowering. Let's do 6 and 5. Good. 4, keeping those abs engaged. 3. Good. 2. Now just hold those knees lifted. You're going to take your top portion of your body and lift and lower. Lift, lower. So your forehead stays on your hands, your elbows are lifting up and lower. Good. Knees stay lifted. For 3. Good. 2. Hold everything up. Hold. Arms go out to a T. Reach them down to your knees. Good. Lengthen out the legs. Send the arms back up into a nice wide V here. So starfish here, holding this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all down. Good job. Shake out the hips. Okay, let's tuck those toes under. Bring the arms, hands underneath your shoulders. Pull yourself up. Okay, shifting all the weight into your feet. So let's shoot those hips up. Quick little forward fold here. You can shake out the head. Feels good. Inhale, exhale. Good. Bending those knees. Start to roll yourself up bone by bone. Stacking everything up nice and long. Good. And when you get to the top, you can roll those shoulders back. Okay, so you should feel nice and centered, activated, aligned. Okay, so a wide stance with the feet, and we'll wrap this up, sending those arms out to the sides. Let's just start to send them side to side. So let them fly. Look behind you. Really glad I didn't fall into the pool. 3, good. 2, last one. Hold it here. Nice big inhale up. Good. Exhale down. Let's do one more. Inhale up. And exhale it all down. Fabulous job once again. All right, guys. Hope you feel amazing, and I'll see you next class. Take care.